So what are some words that come to mind when you think of Grandpa?
Hardworking, obviously.
Hardworking, of course.
Hardworking.
Hard work.
Hardworking, most definitely. Probably the hardest working person I know.
He is awesome. He
Loving, kind, reliable.
Work ethic, anything surrounding work.
Surprisingly soft on babies. Surprisingly good at baby talk.
Planner, and definitely 100% genuine to who he is, true to himself.
Quick on his feet.
Prankster.
Dedicated. A jokester. A do-it-yourselfer.
Dedication and devotion, both to work and to his family.
Loving, giving.
he is very kind.
Kind. That's nice.
Yes. What is something Grandpa taught you?
Hey, what did Grandpa teach you? How to eat grass.
Can you say how to eat grass?
It taught me to finish what I start. Taught me that if your pants fit and you're comfortable in them, it doesn't matter what they look like. But also first impressions matter, so cut your damn hair or put a hat on. It taught me that I'm always paddling upstream, but I'm okay with that. And God, everything, a million things. My whole life, everything I know was taught by two people, my mom and my dad.
Grandpa taught me, so I'm gonna steal Brian's answer on this one also. If something is worth doing, it's worth doing right, or measure twice, cut once. Those are kind of the takeaways, but I think really the answer would be to take pride in whatever it is that I'm doing.
Something that Al taught me, well, since we got married when I was 19 years old, he's probably taught me a lot of things. Not that I wanted to listen ever, but he actually taught me to be good with money, because at 19 I pretty much spent what I had. But he taught me how to drive a stick shift. That was a lot of fun. His little Chevy Love.
One thing Grandpa taught me is the best way to make a first impression is hide something in someone's shoes that you're meeting for the first time.
What is your favorite Grandpa memory?
The first one that comes to my mind is Angel's Landing in Zion National Park. Pretty much that whole trip to Zion National Park was one of my favorites. Except for the car ride, which was like 5 hours, and everybody was angry at each other by the end of it. Other than that, that was one of my favorite memories. When we were kids, I don't know if we did this as kids, or if I was an adult and I just remembered as a kid, but loading bales of hay into the back of the truck for some reason, something that always sticks out in my head. Because I got to pretend that I was like actually on a farm and a tough guy, you know, throwing bales of hay, driving the truck around and stuff like that. That's one of them.
No, but I think my favorite group of memories is probably always having him in the stands of every one of my baseball and basketball games, and him giving up all of his afternoons to hit his ground balls or just to shoot free throws until like the sun is already gone down, and he would do that every day. So that's definitely my favorite memory of Dad.
This is now take 4, and after the first 3, I'm changing my answer. I don't know how you put up with 3 children. That is the memory is that. But I think my favorite memories are you coming home from work and us immediately going outside and you being just as excited to hit us ground balls as we were to field them. And I think that was something we did for, I don't know, a decade. And I think that is memory number 1, is just playing football and baseball and basketball with you in the yard as soon as you came home from work. And then leading up to that as well, we had, I remember Kyle, Matt, and I just sitting in the kitchen waiting, you know, between 2 and 3 o'clock for when we were gonna round the corner and head down the drive, and just like that building anticipation for Dad's home, and, you know, running outside to meet you, or waiting down by the mailbox for you to get home. And then I think to end on a more maybe real touching note, I think the weirdest favorite memory is you teaching yourself sign language off of a chart that Matt hand drew when I was in the hospital and couldn't talk to you, so we could still communicate with you, teaching yourself sign language. I think that's probably, I didn't want that to be the only one, but I think that is probably my favorite memory.
What's your favorite grandpa memory?
Me and Grandpa used to throw a bone at Breezy.
You gave her a treat?
Yes.
Oh.
We're all together as a family at the dinner table, and somebody says something that just cracks him up, and he laughs so hard that he cries and he turns beet red and he has to leave the room, and then he comes back and tries to compose himself and can't do it and has to leave again. Those are my favorite times because it gets everybody laughing and everyone having a good time.
My favorite grandpa memory is kind of an ongoing one. Just the love that he has for his grandchildren is something that I don't know how to describe, but it is the most beautiful thing to see. A man with so few words, just to watch him melt when his little kiddos come through the front door is really special. So yeah, you. That's just something that I thoroughly enjoy watching and see blossom in front of us all. So yeah.
What is your favorite grandpa memory? Got all the money!
Give me the money.
I got all the money!
Holy moly! Look at all.
Okay.
What do you want Grandpa to do with his free time once he retires?
I want him to travel because then I get to travel. And I just want him to enjoy himself, not work himself to death, and just spend time with family and get some traveling in.
I want him to devote more time convincing Agnes that I should be allowed to get a motorcycle, so he and I can take road trips all around the world on our Harley Davidsons together.
I want Grandpa to do all of the things that he was always too busy either working or being a dad to do. I want him and Mom to go see all the cool things around the country, to road trip. And I want him to probably let go of responsibilities and just have fun.
Lots of hiking, of course, Harley riding, watching the news, probably, hanging out with Mom, other than Harley rides and hikes. And I hope that he tries some new things as well, I guess.
I want, first and foremost, for Grandpa to relax. And then secondly, once he's done relaxing, to find a beautiful Hawaii bungalow. So that we can all come visit you guys a couple months out of every year and enjoy some sunshine together. What do you admire most about Grandpa?
His consistent energy. I have zero idea how you managed to have 3 kids and take 2 days off a month and have any amount of energy or desire to do anything at all. I don't know how you did it, and I think that I strive to come home from work with a fraction of the amount of energy that you came home from work every day with. I think it's unbelievably admirable how you came home and made it look like you were able to function.
I admire, so this is a weird answer, but I know we have talked before about how your priority as a dad was for us all to get along, and I think you have definitely accomplished that, and I am glad that was one of your goals, and I think that is kind of a hidden quality in you, because you are obviously going to be described as hardworking and driven, but all of the things that you did, or I guess you could just say how much you care about us all being connected as a family, is something that I admire most.
His humility, maybe. He's one of the smartest, toughest, funniest, coolest people that I know, and just doesn't let it go to his head, I guess. He might not even know it, to be honest, just judging by how he acts. A lot of other dads, when I was growing up, like to talk tough and think that they were all really cool, and I knew all along that my dad could kick any of their asses at any time, but he didn't need to, put that out. He didn't need to advertise that, which I always thought was pretty cool.
He has really good jokes. He's really funny. His mustache, and yes, he's really fun, and yeah.
Headed down south to the land night, staring up the road and pray to God I see headlights. I made it down the coast in 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers, and I'm hoping for Raleigh I can see my baby tonight. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me.
What did you say?
Running from the cold up in New England, I was born to be a fiddler in an old-time string band. My baby plays the guitar, I pick a banjo now. Oh, North Country winters keep forgetting me, and I lost my mind playing polka, so I had to up and lay, but I ain't no turning back. Live that old life no more.
Can you?
So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. Rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama,
Happy
like a
birthday,
southbound
Anna. I
train.
love you.
Hey, mama,
Happy birthday, Grandpa. I love you.
Waddling around.
They do kind of. I'm gonna do some for you.
No, I'm not familiar with
Seen a
it.
goose before,
I've
yeah?
seen like the geese